Oh, Coke, yeah.
I hate to do that, but I gotta get here.
Who was the guy without the number?
Who's Bobby?
Big Bobby. You refer to him as Big Bobby. I don't know what his last name is. He's not up there yet, but you'll know he's there when he shows up.
Video's already live. Flip upside down. Put it down here, my one camera and follow it. Yeah, let's stay each other. Yeah, there's a little bit. All right, you ready?
Well, welcome to Haig Bowl ball hockey action here on a Friday night between the Niagara Warpigs wearing the green uniforms and, of course, in the orange, the Metro Orangemen providing the competition. We're underway. Pass on the right-hand side. He's going to jump the stick of an Orangeman forward. It's going to be picked up there by number 17, Uni Hadani. He'll put it in behind the net. Battling for the puck, coming out with it clean for the Warpigs, trying to take it back towards the right point is number 88, Eric Tardif. He'll lose control of the ball. Orangeman control coming into their own zone. 43 seconds of this hockey game. Flip towards the center ice area. This one's going to be picked off by number 61, Jay Capaldi. He'll get it in deep where it's going to be stopped by the Orangeman goalie. That's Paul Zanat. Ball rolling back into the Warpig zone. They'll control it there on the left wing side. Cross ice feed. It'll be made by Ian Downs. That one's out of play. We'll get a stoppage. 1:09 into a Friday night. Our goaltenders again for the Niagara Warpigs will be Bram Leggett. He'll be defending the net to our left, and to the right, Paul Zanat, starting goaltender. My correction, to the left will be the goaltender Paul Zanat for the Metro Orangemen. To the right for the Niagara Iron Pigs. Warpigs, that'll be Bram Leggett. Orangemen will control in behind the goal. Looking to break it out from behind the netminder. Zanat still in their own zone. Nielsen will play it back towards zone goal line. Now breaking it on the left-hand side. Pass across the boards in towards the Warpigs net. Loose puck out in front. Shot for a save of the night. That'll be made by Bram Leggett. And away come the Warpigs. Right at the center ice line. Play it to the left-hand side. Shot that's going to be defended by Paul Zanat as he plays it off to his right. We'll get a loose whistle here, and we're going to get a too many men on the floor penalty. And this will go to the Warpigs. So advantage to the Orangemen as the Warpigs get the explanation from the official. And that signal will be the same in ice hockey or ball hockey. That finger spinning around tells you there was one too many green jerseys on the ice. As at the 151 mark, it'll be the Orangemen going to the power play with this faceoff coming up in the neutral zone. Scoreless right now between the Niagara Warpigs and the Metro Orangemen. Power play coming up for the visitors. Again, a detailed explanation being given to the Warpigs about the too many players on the surface penalty. Controlled by the Orangemen with the early man advantage. Ricky DePonte, he'll cross center, fire a long shot. That one's going to be defended by Bram Leggett as he drops it to the floor, leaving it behind the net, where it's going to be sent the length of the ice. Zanat has it bounce off his equipment. 1:38 to go in the advantage as the Orangemen will take it through center. Fired around the right side, boards to the left wing. This one will vacate the zone one more time. Orangemen will take it across. Ricky DePonte, again, he'll play it to the left-hand side, back to the point, give and go. Off the left-hand boards, right point, shot coming up. That won't get through. DePonte will control it one more time. Off the right side boards, looking for someone to pass to is Richard Pires. DePonte, he'll fake it at the right point. Cross-ice pass to the left side, looking for a man out in the slot. 1:02 to go in the power play. Shot into the corner. Again, trying to set it up in the slot. They'll get an attempt. Nice play breaking down the box. Danny Pacquiao got it away, but again, Leggett equal to the task. Shot's going to be blocked out in front, but the Orangemen continue to maintain possession. 45 to go in the first power play. Over to the left-hand side. Glenn Bradbury trying to play it out in front. Off a couple of players into the corner, unable to control it is Pires. Battling along the boards, it'll be DePonte. On the left-hand side, play it back to the point. Looking to get a shot away, feeding it to the right wing. That shot's going to be blocked as Pires unable to get it on goal. One more time, let's play it deep. into the Warpig zone as they whip it around the boards. Able to get it down the length of the playing surface. Count it down with less than 10 seconds to go. We're 3:45 into a scoreless opening period. Metro Orangemen, Niagara Warpigs here at the Haig Bowl on a Friday night in St. Catharines. Teams are now at full strength, 5 seconds away from 4 gone here in the opening period. Crossing center again, the Orangemen control it, unable to complete the pass as it skips in behind the goaltender. Bram Leggett. Warpigs controlled it to the right-hand side, hustling it out of their own zone. Crossing into the opposition territory. That shot's going to be partially blocked. Mike Formica had his attempt stopped. On the right wing, Carlos Battaglia fights for it, plays it back to his own side of center. Control there by Chris Creeder. Bouncing back into the Orangeman zone. Hustling there on the forecheck is Mike Formiga. Trying to control the puck is Paul Lima as he plays it behind his goaltender, Paul Zanette. 5:45 gone, scoreless opening period. Ball hockey action of the Friday night variety. Drop it down to the floor, played out in front. Shot saved, loose puck, rebound. 2 attempts at it. 2 nice stops in close by Bram Leggett. As he went down to the floor to make that stop, we're going to go to whistle and a stoppage in play. As both teams are going to make changes. 5:04 gone here in the opening period. 1 power play, no goals to report. Playoff action. In this men's ball hockey competition, face-off will come to the glove hand side of Bram Leggett. On the scramble, face-off is not done fairly. Orangemen will bring a new centerman in to try and control this face-off. It'll be Brian Carvalho. As the referee tries to get both players set up to do this draw fairly. Play now underway, hustling forward into the corner. Brian Zolga, he'll play it around the right side boards behind his own net, off the wing, out towards center. This one will vacate the playing surface. We'll get a face-off coming up in the neutral zone. 5:16 gone. Still in that feeling out process here early in the hockey game. Well, the scramble draw will be controlled this time by the Warpigs. Played on the right-hand side, one-handed along the boards by Warren Chapman. Sent back the length of the surface. Hustling there to go get it to Jeff Capaldi. He'll head behind his own goaltender, reverse field, take it around the left-hand side. Looking for it there is Eric Tardif. Cross to the right wing side. Bouncing ball. Jeff Capaldi had it for the moment. Taken away by the Orangemen. Carvalho will get a shot. That one will miss the mark. Chipping it off the left wing boards. Warpigs trying to get it out. Warren Chapman in there with help trying to get it cleared along the wall. Chapman's able to maintain his balance. He'll take it behind the net. Forecheck of Joe Penny's in tow. 6:07 gone. Scoreless opening period on the right side. Through the center ice area. Paul Lima trying to get his attempt. Gets his stick lifted at the last moment. Diving stop. A great save by Paul Zanette to keep this one at zeros. Ball bouncing in the air. Heading back to the right wing side, playing it through center into the zone. Rocky DePade through legs. Into the corner it goes. Gary Costa with it. He'll be defended there by Ian Downs. One more time, Costa plays it back to the point area. That ball betrayed the Orangemen and hustling in, getting knocked down. Warpigs in tight. They're going to get the first goal, but no, they're going to wave this one off. Tardif was in there, knocked down in front of the goaltender, Zanette. And right away, the referee made the decision. Have to believe, as they put the net back in place, had something to do with the placement of the net, but that faceoff's going to stay in the Orangeman zone. Could have been the home team with the 1-0 advantage. We're going to stay scoreless. 13:10 to go here in the opening period of play. Ian Downs on the faceoff. He'll control it. High slot attempt coming up. Shot just wide. Tardif Just missed, going low on the glove hand side. On the right hand catching glove of Paul Zanette. Into the corner, Orangemen control it. As far as the left hand point, holding on to this one is John Rorison. He'll play it out towards center. One more time, Tardif will flip it to an open left side. Downs tries to catch up. Although will control it against Nelson Pacquiao. Long pass, almost in the clear. He's going to get knocked down in front of the goaltender. Is the Orangeman forward. As it's a long pass on the left side. Playing it out in front. Back to the point. It goes a blast. Getting it on goal was Mike Formica. Zanette able to make the save. Around behind the net. That'll be chipped there by Jason Vieira. Orangeman trying to go cross floor. Succeeding on the second attempt. Right side through center. Ducking one man. Playing it in on the right wing is Richard Perez. Goaltender Leggett will stop it behind his goal. Minute and 50 away from the halfway mark of the opening period. Just the one disallowed goal. We are scoreless. At their own blue line. Warpigs will loft it into the corner. Battling for it there is Brian Zolga, unable to come away with it. Orangemen return fire. That pass going to be picked off. Tardif back the other way. Nice give and go into the corner. Just a little too far ahead for him to get a shot away. Looking to play it out in front. This will be gloved down mid-floor. Long shot by Mike Formica. That's going to hit an Orangeman player and head out of play. 8:47 gone, period number one. Between the Metro Orangemen and the Niagara Warpigs here at Haig Bowl. Friday night ball hockey action. Both teams will make complete changes. Look at the face-off on the glove hand side of the Orangeman goaltender, Paul Zanette. Out there to take the draw for the Warpigs will be number 16, Ian Downs. With it would seem the goal in mind to bring it back to his point man. Waiting for it here is John Rorison. Centermen tie each other up. On the left-hand side is Jay Capaldi. His shot will miss the mark. Orangemen control it in the corner. Back towards their own goal line area. Capaldi again on the forecheck. Left-hand side feed in the Orangeman zone. Played back for Mike Nielsen. He'll loft this one the length of the floor, and we'll bring it back into the Orangeman zone. 46 seconds away from halfway gone in an opening period. Friday night ball hockey between the Niagara Warpigs, Metro Orangemen here at the Haig Bowl in St. Catharines. This will be a blocker side draw in the Orangeman zone. Blocker side of the left-handed, right-handed catching goaltender, Paul Zanette. Taking the draw for the Orangemen will be Justin Cabral. He'll control it into the corner. Kenny Pacquiao. As the Orangemen play it on the right wing, Richard Perez, he'll hustle it through the zone into the offensive end, cutting right, heading towards the corner. Getting a piece of him is John Rorison. High slot attempt to Orangemen, second shot blocked. Third attempt, that won't get through. Off the left side boards, this one's going to be gloved down. Kept in for the moment by Chris Creeder. One more time, the Warpigs will take control. That one's going to be picked off at center. Justin Cabral with it. Left side for the Warpigs, slot area, bouncing ball towards the goaltender. Nice job by the Orangeman defender there, Danny Pacquiao, to control his man and the bouncing ball at the same time. Metro Orangemen back into the Warpig zone. Shot towards the net, off the glove of the goaltender. Leggett able to stop it, put it out of harm's way. Pacquiao with the puck in his own zone, putting it towards center. Warpigs recover the loose ball into the offensive end. Back come the Orangemen on the left inside, trying to get clear is number 21. On the left wing boards, 9:20 to go here in the opening period. Warpigs try to get a clean breakout out of their own zone. Controlling it with speed, taking it back towards zone goal. That'll be Eric Tardif. Around behind the net, John Rorison will play it one more time at a harm's way as we've reached the 11-minute mark here of period number 1. Center ice area feed. Bringing it in is Cody Hollingsworth into the right-hand corner as the Warpigs look to set it up. Playing it around the boards. In behind the net, a little bit of a give and go. Mike Nielsen looking for someone to pass to. Plays it off the goaltender out in front, heading back towards the right point. Winding, faking the shot into the high slot area is Cody Hollingsworth as the Orangemen will take it back the other way on the right-hand side. Carlos Battaglia. His long shot will end up over the net, into the mesh. Out of play, 8:22 left. Opening period. And we're still waiting for that first goal between the Metro Orangemen and the Niagara Warpigs. Referees have a little bit of a conference. Face-off position seems to be confirmed by both officials. And we'll do this just outside the Warpig zone. Face-off controlled by the Orangemen. Skipping along the right side boards, Brian Carvalho looking for someone to pass to. Controlling it one more time, twisting and turning. Yeoman defensive work by Mike Nielsen. Backhand attempt is not going to get through, and away with the ball comes Eric Tardif. Play a little give and go along the right side boards. His shot's going to go high, stays in play, hitting the glass. Tardif one more time. This time on the left wing boards. Waiting for something to open up. He'll take a shot past. It'll go wide. Misses his teammate in behind the goal line area, and the Orangemen return fire. Played along the left side boards. Hustling into the corner. Looking for the loose ball is Mike Nielsen. Orangemen try to keep control of the puck, but again, it's going to be Tardif back towards his own goal line area. Changes being made by the Orangemen. This one's going to go off the stick of the Warpigs 98, Brian Zolga. That'll get us a face-off with 7:21 to go here in period number 1. Face-off will stay here in the neutral zone. Territorial advantage to this point. Really a standoff between the Orangemen and the Warpigs. Both teams with chances. Neither able to set up that high slot prime scoring opportunity early in the hockey game. Face-off controlled momentarily by the Warpigs. Able to control it though is Ricky DePonte. His shot or pass is going to be partially blocked. DePonte goes for it, leaves it in the corner for his teammate. Again, trying to set it up on the ball hockey version of the cycle are the Orangemen. Coming out of the corner, DePonte gets it up in front, shot, and a great save again. Got down the one knee. Hit goaltender Bram Leggett, and he denied Gary Costa. Also able to put that one out of play. 6:54 left here in the opening period. Face-off coming out to the neutral zone. On the draw for the Orangemen is Nelson Pacquiao. Players a little fractious, as Danny Gallivan would say. Orangemen able to take the ball away. Right side to Ponte, trying to slide it across. Looking for Gary Costa. Pass failed to click. Costa in behind the net. Battling along the back wall. Fans react to a bit of contact as the Warpigs are able to take control of the ball at their own blue line. Long pass. It's going to be intercepted, and back come the Orangemen. Deft little bit of stick handling there by the Orangemen. 22, Paul Lima, and off the back wall, hanging on will be Bram Leggett. He'll get a Warpigs face-off. 6:20 to go. They're in period number 1. If you like hustle, you're loving a Friday night. If you like scoring, not so much so far, as we'll get a face-off coming up on the blocker side of the Warpigs goaltender. Out there for the Orangemen will be Justin Cabral to take the draw. Well, I must say, your basic president of Ball Hockey International told me I would recognize number 18 when he got out there, simply by being the biggest man on the floor, and he's out there, and I noticed him. Put this one high in the air, not as high as number 18, as that bouncing ball is controlled for the moment by Danny Pacquiao. Taken behind the net by Chris Creeder. And we've got a penalty coming up to the Warpigs as the goaltender Zanette goes to the bench. Extra attacker on for the visitors in the Metro Orangemen. Taking the time in their own zone. Delayed penalty call coming up to the Warpigs. Slided along the boards. Again, the Orangemen looking for a prime opportunity back in their own zone. Right-hand side. Richard Pires finally touched by the Warpigs. And we're going to get a penalty coming up to the home team and a power play happening here at 14:31 of period number 1. And it's the biggest man in the building, not without a discussion with the striped jersey, heading to the penalty box. Second power play coming up for the Orangemen. Scoreless hockey game, naturally unable to capitalize in the first attempt. And we get another discussion on the floor about the call. What makes it interesting right now, the discussion happening not with the official who made the call, but the captain of the Warpigs is making his point. And we get both officials getting together on exactly where this face-off will take place. 14:31 gone here in a scoreless first period. On the draw, it'll be Costa, unable to control it for the Orangemen. This one will be off a body out towards center. Orangemen pick it up on their own side of the red stripe. Right side feed for Ricky DePonte. He'll whip it around to the opposite wing. Off the stick there, number 16, Glenn Bradbury. Orangemen will control it. Bradbury takes the feed on the left-hand side. Playing it back to the point. Chris Cabral, shot coming up to Ponte, bounces, doesn't get through, and again, the Warpigs control. Send it down the ice, 30 seconds of Orangemen power play now in the books. 90 more to come here in period number 1. DePonte is going to fire it in wide of the goaltender. Leggett bounces out towards center. Orangemen take it in one more time. Trying to sneak in from the point is DePonte. Pass doesn't arrive. Give it back to the point, Bradbury. Prater gives a shot that gets through. Bouncing ball ahead back down the ice. Minute gone. Here in the man advantage for the Orangemen. Out of his own zone, Chris Creeder. Trying to control on the right side, DePonte. He's able to chip it away from his man. Orangemen will carry it towards the blue line. Bouncing ball. Hard to handle for Glenn Bradbury. Played back to DePonte. Quickly on the right-hand side. Pires plays it back to DePonte. Right side for Pires. 30 to go in the man advantage. Trying a little give and go into the corner. That goes off a glove into the corner. Less than 4 to go here in the opening period. Warpigs will take it, get it down the ice. Zanette out of the goal to his left. Fresh penalty killers over the boards for the Warpigs. Couple of substitutions on the man advantage for the Orangemen. Playing traffic cop is Chris Creeder before he goes to the bench. Penalty about to expire. Lofted into the corner, hustling to go get it is Carlos Battaglia. Penalty has expired. Less than 3.5 to be played here in the period. Back towards the left point. Shot coming up. They score. That'll be Paul Lima as he gets it away from the left-hand point. I don't think it was deflected. So it's 16:40 of the opening period. First goal is going to go to Paul Lima, as the Metro Orangemen will take that 1-0 advantage. Not a power play goal, as the man advantage had come to an end with about 30 seconds plus gone on the clock. But Academic is a 5-on-5 goal. Will break the ice here on a Friday. Paul Lima with the shot from the left point, making it 1-0. Warpigs with the ball to the center ice area, hustling to take it in. It'll be Eric Tardif. Cross pass, nice feed Unable to close the deal as he was streaking in was Muni Hamadi. Bouncing puck heading back towards the blue line area. That'll be picked off by Justin Torres. He'll backhand it towards the goaltender. Quick outlet to the right-hand side. Tardif trying to hustle around his man who angles him along the boards. Tardif looking for someone to pass to, battling two Orangemen defenders. Point men creeping in ever closer. Pass out in front. Tardif controls it one more time. Spinning, can't get the shot away. Speed out of the zone for the Orangemen. Right-hand side. Justin Torres, he'll play it into the corner, looking for Carlos Battaglia. Behind the net, getting a rough ride, trying to play it out in front as he stumbles into the corner. 2's on the clock, 2:22 to go, 1-0 Orangeman advantage. Period number 1. Cross-ice feed coming up. Torres, nice little dangle to get around one man, just couldn't control the ball. Back to the point. Shot, diving block attempt by Tardif. Did he get a piece of it? I don't know to get it out of play, but we played 17:53. Paul Lima goal, the only dent on the score sheet is the Orangemen have the 1-0 advantage. Fresh legs for both teams. Latter stages of period number 1. Well, if I'm learning anything about ball hockey players, they do like to discuss. Seems at every stoppage we've got a question, usually about face-off position. While this is going on, we've got the Warpigs coach having a rather animated discussion with the officials out in front of the Niagara bench. I don't know if he's been placated, but I think the referee has heard what he wants to hear and no more, so we'll do a neutral zone draw. Cabral on the face-off, unable to control it, back into the Warpig zone. Jeremy Courtney way behind the net to the left-hand side, looking to get it out to Brian Zolga. Near his own blue line. Ball's fed back into the corner. Courtney on the right side. Warpigs are going to get their first power play. Heading to the box on the trip is going to be number 18, Joe Pennies. He got his stick into the feet of the Warpigs' Cody Hollingsworth. Tripping the call, 18-18 the time of the penalty. So we're either going to finish this opening period with the Warpigs having a man to the good, or we're going to get a power play goal to send us to intermission tied at 1. Neutral zone faceoff coming up. Controlled by the Warpigs. Played back to their own side of center. One more time, feed it back. Looking to spread the troops and set it up. Shot attempt toward the net. That's going to be partially blocked by John Rorison. Warpigs control. Rorison one more time. Trying to go across ice right to an Orangeman penalty killer. He'll roll it down the length of the floor. 1:10 to go in the period. 1:35 to go in the Warpigs power play. Trailing at 1-0. Through the center ice area. Long shot. That's going to go off an Orangeman stick. Bouncing high as it settles down along the floor. Warpigs are going to control it behind the net. Tardif will roll it back towards the right point. Mike Nielsen. He'll take his time. Sliding it over to Muni Hamdani. Penalty coming up. It's going to be a 2-man advantage for the Warpigs. This is going to be a high stick. It'll be Gary Costa. You'd call it the accidental variety, but as they say, control of your stick is your responsibility. So Costa is going to join Pennies in the penalty box. 1:07 to go in the penalty to Pennies. And now another fresh 2 minutes here at the 19:10 mark of period number 1. Warpigs looking for the equalizer. Trailing at 1-0 on a Paul Lima goal. It came just off a power play for the Orangemen. Ryan Nagy taking the puck towards the corner. Rolling it along the wall, Mike Formica. He'll play it down for Nagy. Trying to sneak in on the back door is John Rorison. Pass doesn't arrive. Snapshot, a score! I'm thinking from the reaction, Rorison got a chunk of it. The shot came off the stick of Mike Formica. I'm going to jot that one down as a 5-on-3 power play goal for John Rorison. It's going to come at 19:33 of the opening period. Still 1:37 on the penalty clock to be served by the Orangemen's number 13, Gary Costa. So power play continues. Well, about 24 seconds to go in this period end disadvantage. Long shot. That's going to go off the body of the goaltender as the Orangemen are going to send it down the ice. Leggett will get there first. He'll just shove it along the wall. We're counting this one down with 10 seconds to go. Teammates are trying to get one last rush. This one should count down. And a long shot will end it. That was quite the blast from his own side of center off the stick of Mike Nielsen, but it'll drift wide. And we'll finish 20 minutes of ball hockey play between the Metro Orangemen and the Niagara Warpigs, tied at 1 from the Haig Bowl. This is Friday night ball hockey action. Teams will change sides, and we'll get ready for period number 2. Scoring summary in the opening period, it'll be Paul Lima at 16:40 of the opening period, even strength goal, make it 1-0 Orangemen. That was just at the conclusion of an Orangeman power play. And then with a 5-on-3 advantage, John Rorison tipped in a Mike Formica shot, got it by the goaltender Paul Zanette, and that evened things up. Time of the goal, 19:33. So as we go to break, 1-1 is your score. When we start the second period, the Niagara Warpigs still 1:11 with a man to the good on the man advantage in a 1-all hockey game. Team's back on the floor. Face-off completed. Warpigs will start second period with a power play. 1:05 to go. And the penalty to Costas. This one's drifted in towards the Orangemen net. Controlled for the moment by the Warpigs against on the power play. Mike Nielsen, he'll take the refeed. Get a long shot. He'll go just wide, low glove side. With the ball in behind the net. Unruh, back to the point, Nielsen. That's going to be blocked. Orangemen will take a swat at it and send it length of the ice. Leggett will stop it behind his goal. 30 seconds to go. Man advantage Warpigs. Carryover from period number 1. Letting it go to net to his penalty killer. That one's going to be knocked away by Kendam. He's going to play it out in front. Pass going to be picked off and sent down the ice by Terry Roach. This should just about do it for the Warpigs power play. As the penalty comes to an end, getting loose for the moment. There's Muni Hamdani. Shot save out in front by Zanet. Orangemen will flip this one up into a souvenir, run into our broadcast location. I can honestly say in all the hockey games I've ever done, I never had a ball come up to where I was broadcasting. This will be tossed back into the official. 1:21 gone. Here in period number 2. Lima for the Orangemen and Rorison tying it up late in the first period for the Warpigs. Face-off controlled by the Warpigs back into their own zone. Zolga on the left side. Zanet will stop it behind his goal. Thinks about the stretch pass, thinks better of it. A minute and a half into the second period. Orangemen will try to get a clean out of their own end. Pacquiao controlling the ball. Back to Pacquiao. As he crosses the red line, flipping it into the zone. Looking to get it there is Richard Perez. Back come the Warpigs. That pass is going to be picked off. On the left-hand side, looking for someone to feed it to. Orangeman will go across the surface. Shot towards the net. He's going to miss the mark. Bram Leggett ready to make that stop as the Warpigs bring it back into the offensive zone. Hustling there is Nagy into the corner. He'll be beating the ball by Pacquiao. The reverse field as the Orangemen will start coming out the left-hand side of their own zone. And this one the length of the floor. Leaving it right there is Leggett. Warpigs will loft this one up in the air. Looking for that one breakout. Chris Creeder with the puck for the Orangemen. Back a little deeper into his own zone. 2:53 gone. Here in the second period, this game's all even at 1. Orangeman on the right side. He'll be guilty of an icing. The rule still applies, even if the surface is a floor. 16:57 to be played here in the second period. This playoff match between the Metro Orangemen and the Niagara Warpigs tied at 1. Face-off on the glove hand side of goaltender Paul Zanet. Played back to the point. Warpigs try to get it through. Zanet makes the easy save. Sits there for a few heartbeats. Jason Ovaleri, he'll play it out towards center. Right-hand side into the Warpig zone. Gloving it down. And playing off the right side boards. And as a good goaltender will. Paul Zanet was the first voice you heard saying ice. 3:22. As we plod along, neither team willing to make that crucial mistake in a one-all playoff hockey game. Changes all around as we take this draw on the blocker side of Bram Leggett. Nelson Pacquiao trying to control it for the Orangemen. Coming up with the victory is Dan Rudick. Warpigs a little closer to their own goal line. Putting it out towards center. Orangemen control. Pacquiao played off the boards. Capaldi will take his time. Right size feed for the goal scorer, Rorison. Long pass off the boards will be controlled by Zanette. He tries to clear it out to his own man. Nice play by the Warpigs defender who avoided the too many on the floor penalty. Right side for the Warpigs. Warren Chapman. Giving it up to Dan Rudick. Into the corner it goes. Orangemen will have all kinds of time to cleanly get it out of their own end. Cross feed returned into the Orangemen zone. We'll try to get on the right-hand side. One more time, give and go between the two D-men. Center ice area, double team D. Bring it back in, the Warpigs trying to get a shot away. John Rorison played back to the point. Shot, stop. The net denies that one. Didn't have to face the rebound as this one's going to go off sticks out of play. 4:47 into the second period. Lima at 16:40 for the Orangemen on the power play. A 5-on-3 goal for John Rorison. Tied it up for the Warpigs at 19:33 of the opening period. No scoring to report here in period number 2. Out there to take the draw for the Warpigs is Rory Unruh. On the glove-hand side of goaltender Zanette. Discussion again, I'm sure, about setting up on this face-off. Players tie each other up. This one's going to be kicked out. Penalty coming up. And this one's going to go to the Orangemen. Ball's loose out in front. Orangemen are going to get a stick on it. And we're going to get a tripping call. It's going to come at 4:56. All-important power play coming up for the Warpigs. They did capitalize 1 for 2 on their man advantages. 0 for 2 are the visiting Orangemen. Left-hand side draw coming up in the Orangemen zone. On the glove hand of Paul Zanette. We're going to get a second penalty called to the Orangemen. And this is going to be an objectionable conduct penalty. And now we've got the coach of the Orangemen having a problem with something that's happened 3 times. We clearly know 3 times. Well, it's not going to be a 5-on-3 situation. That's hands on hips. So we're going to get the 10 to the Orangemen centerman. Power play, though, for the Warpigs. On the left side, trying to get in the high slot, get it back to the point. Shot, saves, Zanette trying to control a bouncing puck. He'll get his right hand on it. He'll pancake that one to the floor before any damage can occur. 14 seconds into the man advantage for the Warpigs. I would love to be a little bit closer to find out what it's been that's been happening 3 times. I give the one official a lot of credit for patience. There are many stripes that would listen to that many times. Blocker side draw coming up in the Orangemen zone. Out there to take the face-off. Trying to control it is Rory Unruh. Orangemen desperate to get it out. They can on the double team. Back towards center. Long shot Nielsen. That won't get through. Orangemen have it for the moment. We had an inadvertent high stick. Seemingly not called. Warpigs will take it through center. Nielsen will rim it around the right side boards into the left-hand corner. Heading back to the point. Bouncing ball, Rory Unruh. Dealing with that along with Ryan Zolga. Into the far side corner. On the left wing, played back to the point. Muni Hamdani with the puck. Over to the right side for Nielsen. 53 to go on the power play. Shot, deflection attempt. Zanette made the save. Warpigs just fail to deflect that one home. Less than 45 to go in this man advantage. Warpigs and Orangemen all even at a goal apiece. On the right wing, Nielsen's going to wire it in one more time. This time he goes on net. Loose ball out in front, bouncing away from Tardif, and it's going to be sent down the ice. 22 to go in the man advantage. Quickly outlet it on the right wing. Rorison looks for Nielsen. He's going to fire it in. Goes off the right-hand catching glove of Zanette. In behind the net, the Warpigs control it. Looking to play it out in front. Nothing but orange jerseys in the way. His lucky 7 left on the penalty time clock. 5 seconds shy of the 7-minute mark. Ball is lost in behind the net. 2 whacks at it in close. Justin Cabral nearly got that gift out in front. Backdoor play. Diving shot. They score on the rebound. It's going to be Richard Pires. He'll get the goal at 7:08. Even strength marker in period number 2. That all started with a tough giveaway in the Warpig zone. Cabral nearly able to bang one in, but from that point, defensively, the Warpigs were running around out of position, and the Orangemen are able to take advantage. Pires with the goal at 7:08 of period number 2. 2-1 advantage for the visitors, the Metro Orangemen, over the Niagara Warpigs. Again, face-off not done fairly. Cabral will be sent packing. Zanette waits for that one to bang off the back wall. The goaltender will leave it behind his net. Orangemen look to set it up. Right to left out of their zone. Play it back to the D-man. He'll take his time. Loft it towards the Warpigs blue line. A little back pass on the right-hand side. Back come the Warpigs in. Tight shot. A big save by Zanette. Beautiful setup for Mika. Just couldn't get enough on it. As we get an old-style WWE wrestling match in the corner, but play goes on. Contact is amped up. Warpigs take it back. Mika looking for somebody. Pass to shot. Hit the goal post. Nice feed for Mika. He got it in there to Rorison, and he just got the skinny red buddy behind the blocking arm of the goaltender, Paul Zanette. Warpigs in their own zone. Flip it towards the blue line. Bouncing. Unable to control it there is Ian Downs. Orangeman desperate to get it out. Downs will get it to the right side. Quick shot. Right wing bouncing ball. That one stayed in tight. Back to the left point. Deflection. Able to cover it is Zanette. Jay Capaldi in behind the goal. Looking for someone to pass to on that left-hand side. Orangeman will get it. As far as the right point, shot saves the net. That was through a screen. He was able to track that one on a right point blast coming off the stick of Eric Tardif. You got an Orangeman player without his helmet. You got an Orangeman player hanging onto the stick of the Warpigs forward. And while all this is going on, the ball ends up back in the Warpig zone. Well, the hate quotient has definitely amped up. Wow. We get nothing called from that skirmish in the corner. On the right-hand side, the Orangemen will bring it back in. The Warpigs will settle it down. That pass is going to be picked off. Orangemen will take it back in. Chris Carrera on the right-hand side. High slot Carrera as he stumbles, trying a one-timer. Warpigs will take it out of their own end. On the right wing, that's going to be knocked off the stick of Warren Chapman. Blast coming up. That's blocked cleanly by Nielsen. Off the glove of his teammate who has to play it back in his own zone. Cody Hollingsworth able to get it behind his own net. Off to the right wing side. The Warpigs less than half a period to get the equalizer, down 2-1. Give and go, a nice one into the corner. Unable to catch up to it is Jay Capaldi, the Orangeman, happy just to flip it back into the Warpig zone. Off the right wing boards. Shot attempt coming up. That'll go off an Orangeman stick as Matt Ruddock got it towards the goal. Orangemen trying to hustle it out of their own zone. In tight pass, shot, saves the net, 2 saves. He did a great job on Ruddock's initial shot and then was there for the rebound. Now we get some action in the goal area of the Metro Orangemen. Net dislodged from its location. Referee with a helmet in his hands and a whistle stops play with 9:11 to go here in the second period. If we had speed and some feeling out a la a heavyweight fight in the opening period, we've had a little WWE going here in the second period. Right now, if I'm coaching either team, I'm a little bit confused about what exactly is or isn't an infraction as this one comes out to the neutral zone. We'll get both teams lined up. The Warpigs to our left and the Orangemen to our right. In a 2-1 hockey game, the Metro Orangemen have the advantage. Seems to be an equipment issue or time for a refreshment break for the goaltender, Paul Zanette. He earned it on the last Warpigs flurry. With a little help from the referee. He'll head back to his own net. Rory Unruh is out there to take the draw as the Warpigs try to sneak out Muni Hamdani. Student body right on what will be a slap draw. 10:49 gone here in period number 2. And once again, we end up with a discussion. With a discussion with the Orangeman coach and the official. And that coach, if I was guessing, would be Marcel Vieira. Right now it's the Warpigs. Wondering if the little gamesmanship happening now as the Orangemen hold the 2-1 advantage. 9:11 to go here in this second period. Orangemen able to control the faceoff. They'll flip it high into the Warpig zone. That one's going to be gloved out of play. Off the elevated right hand of John Rorison. So that faceoff will stay in the Niagara zone. There's 7 seconds of your life you won't get back. 9:04 to go here in the second period. Lehman the first for the Orangemen got the scoring underway. 5-on-3 goal for John Rorison with 27, less than 27 to go in the first period. And then 7:08, Richard Perez has the difference maker in this 2-1 hockey game. Niagara controlling it along the boards, chipping it out towards center for the Orangemen blue line. Orangemen able to chip it in on the left-hand side. Looking to set something up on the left wing for Glenn Bradbury. Defended nicely by the Warpigs. Quick outlet through the center ice area with speed. Warpigs into the zone. As good as the play was, that defensive play by the Orangeman D-man was just a little bit better. Warpigs trying to play it out in front. Justin Cabral with the defensive play. Shot coming up, that'll miss the mark. Sliding by low on the glove side of Bram Leggett. Orangemen again control it with 8:17 left. Out in front of their own net, quickly on the left-hand side. Cutting to his right, flipping it in, beating a couple of D-men, unable to catch up to his own pass is Muni Hamdani. To the right side, Hamdani plays it out in front, shot. Did we cross the goal line? I would say no. There's no indication from the referee. It would seem that Paul Zanette was able to hold the fort. 7:54 to go. That could be your turning point when this one's all said and done. And that was Zanette having an elongated conversation with the official. We'll keep the face-offs in the Metro zone. 12:06 has been played here in period number 2. Mike Formica looking to control this draw. for the Warpigs. Left hand side of the net. Flipped out and one on the draw by the Orangemen as they cross center. Murray DePonte on the right-hand side. Warpigs give and go time, getting a shot. Zanette got a piece of that one. His breaking in was Formica, and for a second time, one each in these two periods, Formica was denied by the glove hand of goaltender Paul Zanette. We'll leave the face-off right there with 7:36 left to be played here in period number 2. 2-1. Metro Orangemen have the advantage over the Warpigs. Well, we'll bring this face-off out to the neutral zone. Warpigs in the dark with a green trim. Orange, big surprise for the Orangemen. As the two board side wingers get a little too friendly, separated by the officials. We'll do the face-off. Orangemen will control it back into their own zone. Orangemen control it, backhand to the right-hand side. DePonte looking for someone to pass to. Able to control it for the moment. Double team forms up for the Warpigs. DePonte gets pulled to the ice, and this play continues. Warpigs on the right-hand side, back into the zone. Trying to slip it through. A nice defensive play again to break up that feed. Formica has it knocked away from him. Gary Costa will go to the left side. DePonte with the puck, trying to get it back to Costa. He does, trying to get it on the goaltender. Slides that one just right. Now we're going to get, I think, both players going off. Costa was sent in on a break. A little frustrated because of the grab. And again, we've got Costa having the stick kicked out of his hands as he was tied up with the Iron Pigs defender. Look at one aside heading to the penalty box. Here at 13:05 of period number 2. Well, we get both referees in front of the penalty timekeepers area trying to sort this one out. It started with the break by Costa. And he thought he was interfered with as the stick was taken out of his hand, so he spun around the Iron Pigs defenseman. It would have been, I believe, an Orangeman power play without the frustration of Costa negating the man advantage. 6:55, the clock is suddenly becoming an ally of the Metro Orangemen. As we'll set up this face-off in the Orangeman zone. Make it the Warpig zone, coming up on the glove-hand side of goaltender Bram Leggett. Bram Leggett, victimized by the one defensive breakdown in the second period at 7:08, caused the Richard Peary's goal to be the difference maker. The busier of the two goaltenders has been Paul Zanette, who's been the story for the Metro Orangemen. We get a late change by the Orangemen, denied by the officials. Left-hand side draw coming up in the Warpig zone. On the face-off, Carlos Battaglia unable to control it. Warpigs will play it behind their own net. Nielsen rims it around the wall. Warpigs going to the far side, trying to break through. Is John Rorison. He is the Warpigs' lone goal scorer in this 2-1 deficit. Quickly on the right side, Orangeman backhand, a deflection attempt out in front. That'll be knocked out of play. Nice little feed on the left wing from Joe Pennies, getting a stick on it as he was crossing towards the net. Was his Orangeman teammate who knocked it over Bram Leggett, put it out of play. Good hustle coming through there by number 91, Chris Carrera. 13:34 gone here in the second period. 2-1 is our score. Orangemen with the advantage over the Niagara Warpigs. Flipped into the Niagara zone. Warpigs will grab it on the right side, back into the zone. On the right wing, chipping it over the defender is Cody Hollingsworth. Back come the Orangemen. Looking for the loose puck, it'll be Jeremy Courtney. Fakes going behind the net, quickly on the right-hand side. This one will be sent the length of the floor by Dan Ruddick. 5:55. Eyes are wild here in St. Catharines at the Haig Bowl. 2-1 advantage for the Orangemen. Around the left side wall, heading toward center. Orangeman forward able to slip his check over to the right wing. Looking for Brian Carvalho. Back comes Niagara. He'll make Zanet stop it in behind his goal and shoot in for Warren Chapman. Loose ball on the right side for the Warpigs. They're looking to play it out in front was Brian Zolga. Back out towards center. Controlled for the moment by Rory Unruh. One more time, trying to carry it out of their own zone. Nice little bit of hustle to get towards center by Carlos Battaglia. Battaglia will pick up a loose ball, play it back into his own zone. 5 minutes exactly to go in the third period. 2-1, Orangemen with the advantage over the Warpigs. Play it out in front, bouncing ball. Unable to knock it down and control it was Justin Cabral. He's had a little bit of bad ball luck here in period number 2. His one misadventure with the ball did, of course, lead to a scramble goal by the Orangemen on the left wing. Niagara gets it deep. Less than 4.5 to be played here in period number 2. Players get tangled up along the wall. That's Eric Tardif along with Justin Cabral. As the Orangemen reverse it to the opposite side, we get an Orangeman player knocked to the floor. We're going to get a whistle on this one. And we're going to get the Orangeman bench called. This looks to be unsportsmanlike. And it's going to be a Warpigs power play resulting from just one too many comments from the Orangeman bench. Right now their emotions are their own worst enemy. 15:46 the time of this call. Power play coming up Warpigs. Looking at the equalizer with an Orangeman in the penalty box. On that bench, minor unsportsmanlike conduct will be the call. Mike Formica will try to control this face-off. Hunters tie each other up. Control back to the point, winding, faking the shot, giving it up, playing it to the right side for Nielsen. Nielsen towards the net. Got a piece of the glove as the net over top the cage. Hustling in there's Rorison. He takes the feed, knocked off his stick at the last moment. Formica playing it into the corner. Nagy now looking for someone to pass to. Nagy behind the net to the opposite corner. On the right wing. Will he take the shot? No, it's going to hit a Orangeman stick. Charlie Griffin gets it towards the goal. Back to the point for Nielsen. Nielsen right at the blue line, right side, one-timer. Nice shot on goal by Charlie Griffin. Defended by the blocker. The goaltender's the net. Players battle in the corner. 1:09 to go on the Warpigs power play. 3:20 to go here in the second and final period. Back to the point, Nielsen. Over to the left side. Into the left-hand corner. The other man creeping him from the back door. That's Griffin. Back to the point, Nielsen. Shot's going to miss the mark. That's knocked away by Formica. 48 seconds to go in the power play. Wasting valuable seconds on the penalty kill in the center ice area. The Orangemen are able to send that one down the ice. Nelson Pacquiao with the good work. Defending. 33 to go. Man advantage. Play this one high in the air as the net trying to sell an icing. Nobody buying. Towards center. Nielsen will get the shot. Big rebound. Bouncing ball in front of the net. Played to the right-hand side. 20 to go. Power play Warpigs. Nielsen, left side. Back to Nielsen. He'll get the shot away. That'll miss. On the right side. Looking for someone to pass to. And Downey, shot, save. Hanging on to the rebound is Annette. Just 4 ticks left in the power play. And just 2:18 to be played here in period number 2. 2-1. Metro Orangemen by the slimmest of margins with the lead over the Niagara Warpigs. Left-hand side draw in the Orangemen zone. Ian Downs looking to control it for the home side. Penalized player is now back on. Chipping it along the wall. As a goaltender, Leggett lets his teammates know that it's 5-on-5. Double teaming the ball carrier, the Orangemen. They'll take their time bringing it out as we've hit the 18-minute mark. Just 2 to go here in the second period. Shot Leggett will use it left hand and knock it behind the goal line area. Orangemen in behind the goal, looking for someone to pass to. Back come the Warpigs. Hamdani with the ball. Hustling it by one defender, one handing it into the corner. Looking to set it up, give it back to the point. Shot to a crowd, deflection out in front. Backhand save, leg. Great stops the net, and the second one blocked, I think, by a defenseman. Hamdani with the puck, dancing on the right side, looking for an open man to play it to. 1:24 left, shot, Zanette, big save, rebound. Second great save by Zanette. He is the reason why we're in a 2-1 Orangeville advantage. Right side for the Warpigs as they empty the net. 6 attackers. Laying it all on the line of the Warpigs. Over to the right side for Rory Unruh. Long shot's going to miss the net. Battle out in front. Zanette looking to control it. He can't. Behind the net. Penalty coming up. And it's going to go to the Orangemen. 51.4 to go with the net empty. We're going to have a 6-on-4 advantage. And when I talk about 6-on-4 with the net empty, there will be 6 Warpigs attackers, just 4 Orangemen defenders. Include the goaltender Zanette, who's been the biggest defender. And you've got a one-man disadvantage. Heading to the penalty box, it looks to be Justin Cabral. Under siege for the Orangemen. Cabral is the one who gets the call. They're going to call this on the grab. 51.4 left. 2-1 hockey game. Orangemen 51.4 away from victory. As we'll bring this out to the neutral zone. On the face-off for the Warpigs. Well, before we do that, we're going to get a timeout. Rory Unruh, ready to take the draw, comes out to inform the official that they're going to use their timeout. Penalty again here at the 19:08 mark of period number 2. Justin Cabral in the box on a hold. First period goal for Paul Lima comes at 16:40, gives the Orangemen the 1-0 lead. Looked to stay that way until penalty problems for the Orangemen led to a 5-on-3 goal, 19:33 opening period. John Rorison on a deflection and close. 7:08 the difference maker here in the second period. It'll be Richard Pires. His difference maker has us in a 2-1 situation. 51.4 to go. As again, the discussions continue. I don't know if we're having this many conversations at the Duffy trial, but the captain of the Warpigs, I'm sure it's about face-off position. Jake Capaldi out there to have a discussion with the official. Power play coming up for the Warpigs. Net is empty. Bram Leggett on the bench. 6 attackers. 4 defenders for the Orangemen of the metro area. On the face-off, Mike Formica trying to win the draw. He does for the moment. Carrying it into the zone is Tardif. He goes into the boards. In tight, into the corner it goes. Battling for it, Hamdani. Looking for someone to play out in front. Give it back to the point. Nielsen has it. Down to the right-hand side. Hamdani is going to go back to the opposite wing. Tardif back to Nielsen. Gets a shot away. 30 seconds to go in the hockey game. Warpigs battling forward in the corner. Orangemen would love to get it the length of the floor, but gloving it is Nielsen. Quick one-timer coming up. Shots in net. Rebound. Unable to get it home. In tight was Formica. 12 seconds left. Piece of equipment is spinning out towards the high slot. Nielsen has got it. And this is going to be blown dead with 7.1 seconds to go. And we get a skirmish out in front of the net. This is going to be Rorison into a battle with Gary Costa. Their night's about to come to an end as the officials get between these two. Oh, you know, there's no tie downs in ball hockey as Costa has become air conditioned. Well, that's going on. Tardif is keeping another Orangeman player out of the fray. We'll wait for order to be restored. Orangemen are a face-off win away from leaving the Haig Bowl on a Friday night with a 2-1 victory. Order seemingly having been restored. This face-off should stay in the Orangeman zone. We should be looking at offsetting penalties as the referee reestablishes the position of the Orangeman goal behind the story of this hockey game, Paul Zanat. Clearly the reason why this is a 2-1 Orangeman advantage. But before we say goodnight, with 7.1 to go, we're going to have a discussion of who did what, where, and why, sorting out the penalties, and making sure we've got the right calls made. It is, after all, playoff action. 2-1, Orangemen with the lead. Lima and Perez, his goal, the difference maker for the Orangemen. 5-on-3 goal, John Rorison, whose night just came to an end for the Niagara Warpigs. Well, we've seen a lot of these two gentlemen having discussions through the evening. Two referees will sort this one out. Both teams being informed of the decisions of the officials. And we'll bring this face-off. And the referee is informing the Orangeman player, Gary Costa, that he'll serve his time in the penalty box. Rorison, an academic, has gone to the penalty box for the Warpigs. And if you got a 7.1 second play from the neutral zone Warpigs to get this one into a 2-all tie. Now if we can get both teams lined up, 6 attackers still on the floor for the Warpigs. This one will be tied or will end with an Orangeman player in the box. Formica will look to get this one quickly towards the Orangeman end. 7.1 to go in the hockey game. Tipping it into the zone. Right-hand side. Firing a shot, gloving it, putting it down to the floor as a goaltender. And it's only appropriate that Paul Zanat would make that one last save in the hockey game, as the Orangemen will escape the Haig Bowl on a Friday night, courtesy of great goaltending, with a 2-1 victory over the Niagara Warpigs. Again, to recap our scoring, Paul Lima, 16:40 of period number 1, 1-0 Orangemen. Stayed that way until 26 and change to go in the opening period. A 5-on-3 power play goal for John Rorison. Send us to the dressing room even at 1. Your game winner comes at 7:08. Richard Perez with the difference makers as both teams will meet at center and exchange pleasantries. After a healthy competition there between the Metro Orangemen and the Niagara Warpigs. So as we're closing down your final score, the Metro Orangemen 2, the Niagara Warpigs 1. This has been ball hockey action coming to you from St. Catharines Haig Bowl.